The Community Social Responsibility Award, established in 2017, honors the exceptional contributions of organizations or individuals whose generosity and support create positive change and uplift the lives of Indigenous people in our local area. This year's Community Social Responsibility Award recipient is the Corners Run Crew. Founded in 2019 by Colin Strickland, the Corners Run Crew started as a handful of runners and quickly grew into a vibrant community, united by a shared commitment to support one another and make a difference. Over the past 4 years, they have organized fundraisers to support dehs and the Indigenous community, both vital resources and awareness for important causes.
My name is Colin Strickland. I'm from St. Catharines. The main one that started our connection with dehs was our Mindful Miles event. So this year will be our 6th year, and it'll be our 3rd or 4th, I think, in support of the center. Early days, like just kind of extending, like, hey, if we have this many people together, what if we all just contributed, if it's non-perishable food, or what if we, did a fundraiser and raised some money for an organization. And then we're looking at, organizations that we kind of align with in terms of values and who we could support. We've been really fortunate to have really good partnerships with some local organizations, and dehs is one of them. And it was a modest contribution that, they might purchase gift cards or pay for a cab ride or just like kind of fill in the little gaps here and there. I think it's great for us to be able to see that there's like that we can make a difference when we come together. Like we wanted to really focus on like less about a post or like a slogan or a one-off donation. Like what can we do throughout the community, like throughout the year, to kind of keep that going. What are we actually doing in terms of the work? And like with Truth and Reconciliation, whether it's a land acknowledgement or whether it's a post, trying to listen and learn and evolve and figure out other ways that we can support in a more meaningful way and be an ally. Where we are now is not where we started. And some of the best lessons we've taken have been from, those lessons just from listening to the people. The biggest takeaway for me, and I hope for other folks, is the idea of like connection. But then realizing that if you come together with other folks to do something that's a little bit bigger than you, like some sort of selfless act with others, can be really impactful. Individually, we can do something, right? Like making a donation is great, showing up to volunteer somewhere feels great, but when you can do something more impactful as a larger group, I think that feels really good. So I think that's really important too, as a part of a group like this and working with organizations like yours, to realize just to step outside your daily routine. I think you're gonna have a little more patience, a little more tolerance, a little more understanding. So when you're moving through the community and you see someone in need, maybe that changes your perspective towards that interaction. I think there's a real power in listening to people, whether that's people within the group, whether it's charitable organizations, whether it's independent businesses, like taking that time to connect. And that's how this community has grown. And then I think there's like a greater power in coming together and working towards something that's bigger than yourself. I looked at, Truth and Reconciliation, or like our relationship with like the Indigenous community, and I felt like there was a lot of injustice, but I was also aware of my own inactivity. And I'm very mindful that there's a lot more that can be done, but I think it's important to take that first step and start that work and be open to evolving and growing and realizing that what you're doing in 2 years may be greater than what you're doing now.
The Corners Run Crew continues to build a safe, welcoming space where everyone is encouraged to show up as they are. Their dedication to charity, advocacy, and community building is felt throughout St. Catharines and beyond. We are honored to recognize the Corners Run Crew for their unwavering support and outstanding contributions with this year's Community Social Responsibility Award.